Sitting in a family gathering, some loudmouth relative is talking about some half-truths about the world that he doesn't even know anything about. And within that conversation, you start to feel a little uncomfortable. You feel like there's a lightning bolt going through you. It's crumbling everything that you believed in, the worldview, everything that you held as real is just breaking under you. And you don't know what's going on. Hey, it's Osama, and this is Freedom from Ego. So, what was that experience? How does the ego work? Why does the ego do that? Why am I here? Why are you here? These are the questions that will be answered in this episode. So, what was that experience? Well, if you're here, you read the title, then you didn't just stumble in here. You came here with a purpose to understand your own ego. So, that experience was your ego taking a hit. The ego wants to maintain its status quo, and when the status quo is shifted, it feels uncomfortable. So, what is the ego? Well, the ego is our mind's basic function of being able to distinguish ourselves from the environment. If there's this helmet right here, I am not this helmet, and so that separation, that being able to distinguish the difference between you and some other thing which is not you, is ego. Well, in a natural setting, you can imagine that if we didn't distinguish ourselves from the environment, why would we survive? Why would we hunt? Why would we kill? Why would we have sex? Why would we reproduce? Why would we eat? Why would we protect ourselves? These are all the things that stem from the ego, and they were important things that needed to be done in order to survive. And so as a survival, we start to develop this distinguishable features. We start to be able to see ourselves as separate from the environment and from other beings that were in the natural setting. But ego doesn't like death. And so the separation that we put between us and other things is running away from death. And so how does the ego work? Well, this is the sauce of the whole sandwich. Basically, the ego works by deception. Deception is one of the basic mechanisms of the ego. This is how it paints the world with its own brush, basically. Whenever you're encountered with a fact or you come across some idea, it's going to be painted upon how your ego wants to see the world, how it doesn't want to make you feel like you're dying, how it makes you want to feel separate from the environment. And so deception is one of the biggest mechanisms of the ego, and deception is not even just a singular thing. Deception can be in terms of every single minute and the most indistinguishable things that you cannot even imagine. And so deception is the mechanism of the ego. So why are you here? Well, like I said before, you didn't just stumble here. You are going through your own struggle of freeing yourself from your own ego and freeing yourself from your own deceptions. And the things that I said here were things that you already knew. If you're struggling from ego and you're struggling from deception, I can completely understand your pain because I go through the same thing. And so this goes to a larger question of why am I here? Well, the reason why am I here is because I have a purpose in my life. I want to create things, I want to create a better humanity, I want to create things that benefit the humanity. And so within this quest, I've encountered within myself some roadblocks, mental roadblocks, egoistic roadblocks, and external roadblocks, and physical roadblocks in the way. And so this is my quest of going to my purpose, reaching my purpose, and in the way pointing out the deceptions or the mental barriers that I have faced myself. And I want to free people like you from your own roadblocks, from your own ego, so that you can do whatever the heck you want to do whatever the great purpose you want to achieve. And I realize the fact that if you're able to come together and to free each other from our own egos, then we will achieve our purpose more quickly and bring a lot of people into this movement. And so this was the first episode of Freedom from Ego. Stay tuned, and we will be going forwards with full speed. All right, see you.